Mr. Vice President, Minister for Finance, Minister for Trade and Industry, the UK Minister of State for Trade and Export Promotion, High Commissioners of Ghana and the United Kingdom, respectfully, business executives of UK and Ghana, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy for the opportunity once again to be part of the UK-Ghana Investment Summit, which is being held in our vibrant city of Accra as a follow-up to the earlier summit held in April in historic London. For those of you visiting Ghana for the first time, I hope you're enjoying your stay and experiencing the famed Ghanaian hospitality. Akwaba is our word of welcome. At the April meeting, I did indicate that I was hopeful that the summit will help facilitate partnerships between Ghanaian and British companies and create the common platform that will generate ideas and nurture them into success. This call has evidently found fertile ground. So it is that at this reciprocal UK-Ghana Investment Summit, we've had present in Ghana the UK Minister of State for Africa, the Member of Parliament Harriet Baldwin, the UK Minister of State for Trade and Export Promotion, Baroness Fairhead, the UK Minister for Investment, Graham Stewart, the UK Prime Minister's Trade Envoy to Ghana, our own Adam Afriyie, Member of Parliament, and this impressive business delegation from the UK which has accompanied them. This, together with the recently signed 20 million Trade and Economic Diversification Pact, aimed at promoting Ghana's agenda of economic transformation, are promising signs of the willingness of the United Kingdom to work with Ghana on the basis of trade and investment cooperation and move away from the traditional aid-based relationship central to our vision of a Ghana beyond aid. Ladies and gentlemen, until recently, the United Kingdom was Ghana's largest trading partner. The impact of British institutions and values on Ghanaian life is visible and pervasive. Our legal system is closely fashioned on the English common law model. Even the structure of the Ghanaian economy has often been described as the Gudgersburg economy, named after the British governor of colonial Gold Coast, Sir Frederick Gordon Gudgersburg, who was largely responsible in the early part of the 20th century for overseeing the development of the raw material producing and exporting economy that has been the main characteristic of the Ghanaian nation this last century. Indeed, the United Kingdom, better than anyone else, knows of the considerable potential of our country. Ghana has good human capital, and our economy has great possibilities for accelerated growth and job creation. In recent years, admittedly, our economy has not done so well, and we have not been successful in improving appreciably the living standards of our people. For a country that has an abundance of valuable natural resources, we have no excuse for not being able to use the blessings bestowed on us by the Almighty to bring progress and prosperity to the citizenry. I took office in January 2017 with clear marching orders from the Ghanaian people. They were dissatisfied with their lot and demanded the charting of a new path, a path that offers fair opportunity for all, where hard work, enterprise, and creativity are rewarded, where there's an abundance of decent jobs with good pay, where there's a dignified retirement for the elderly, where there's a social safety net for the vulnerable and disadvantaged. That is why, on assumption of office, the first order of business of my government has been the implementation of economic policies to promote a business-friendly environment. The government believes that growing the economy the right way with a level playing field is the best option for our country's future, and that is what we are trying to do. Within 21 months, our period of stay in office, we have worked very hard to put the Ghanaian economy back on track. And the economic fundamentals, which for a long time were off target, are now beginning to point in the right direction. A growth rate of 8.5% in 2017, likely to be repeated this year, up from 3.6% in 2016. The attainment of single-digit inflation, a relatively stable currency despite the challenges of a strong dollar, reduction of lending rates, and the implementation of policies such as the paperless port system, e-business registration, and the mobile interoperability system, which are helping to formalize the Ghanaian economy, lowering the cost of doing business and cutting down on excessive bureaucracy, are examples of some of the steps being taken to revive the Ghanaian economy. In addition to these, a number of taxes which were strangling businesses and business owners have either been abolished or reduced. Utility tariffs, i.e. electricity and water, have also seen significant reductions, with businesses and industry enjoying electricity tariff reductions of as high as 30% and 10% reduction in water tariffs. We do all of this because there's a government in place that believes in the primacy of the private sector and is working to enhance the prospects of a win-win environment for both private sector and country, an environment where companies cannot just survive, but actually thrive. There is a government in place that believes in market principles and welcomes investors who want to work to promote the same and help build our economy. And above all, there's a government in place that is genuinely looking out for the interests of its people. It is an exciting time to be in Ghana and to do business in the country. Already, global car manufacturing giants, Volkswagen of Germany and Sinotruk of China, energy giants, ExxonMobil of the United States of America and Norway's Aker Energy, as well as tech giant Google, have signaled their intentions of establishing bases in Ghana, and I believe it is for good reason. I would urge the UK business delegation to take advantage of the growing business-friendly climate in the country to invest in Ghana. You must now be familiar with the government's flagship policies of one district, one factory, one village, one dam, and the program for planting for food and jobs, which I commend to you as I do areas in water, health, housing, road and rail infrastructure, transport, industry, manufacturing, agriculture, petroleum and gas, the exploitation of our mineral wealth of bauxite, iron and gold, renewable energy, and ICT growth. Indeed, a few minutes from now, and in a room not too far from here, I'll be launching Ghana Oil and Gas Licensing Rounds 2018, i.e. the bidding process for the allocation of new petroleum rights to prospective investors. It will be a refreshing new chapter of Ghana's exploitation of her natural resources. Ladies and gentlemen, irrespective of where you decide to invest, the government has instituted a number of incentives for the investor, depending on the nature of the activity or the location of the investment. This is to ensure that your investment succeeds. Some of these incentives include: 1, exemption from payment of import duty for plant and machinery, a 25% tax rebate for companies located in regional capitals, 50% tax rebate for companies investing outside regional capitals in the regions, 0% corporate tax for 10 years, and thereafter 8% for companies in the free zones enclave, full repatriation of dividends and profits, transfer of funds to service foreign loans, and laws against arbitrary confiscation of companies or investments. I assure you that your investments will be safe and protected, not because I have said so, but more importantly because Ghana is a country governed in accordance with the rule of law, where the separation of powers with an independent judiciary to engender accountable governance is real. Finally, I want to address two concerns which are on the minds of many. The first is the sense that Ghana, and indeed Africa, is looking eastward to China for investments to the neglect of the West. We welcome the readiness of the world's second largest economy to provide Ghana with the needed credit and technology to accelerate our development. At the same time, we believe it is the constant duty of government to get the most competitive deal for Ghana. I just want to emphasize that my government is giving equal access to all investors to compete freely and fairly in the Ghanaian economy, irrespective of where they come from. The second concern is about the ongoing Brexit negotiations and its implications for Ghana's trade policies. Even though we are understandably anxious about the nature of the consequences of Brexit, we are expectant that the outcome of the negotiations, contrary to the negative opinions of some so-called economic experts, will not disturb our solid trade cooperation with the United Kingdom. The proposed continental free trade area, which I am confident will be a reality soon, provides another dimension that should enhance dramatically the possibilities of collaboration between Ghanaian and UK enterprises in exploiting trade and investment opportunities. Today, Africa is a market of some 1.2 billion people. By 2035, it will be 2 billion, the largest market in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us together to build a stronger Ghana-UK investment relationship to the benefit of our respective shareholders. The prospects for Ghana, and indeed Africa's development in the 21st century, are immense. British participation in that development would be very welcome. And Ghana, the first sub-Saharan African nation to break free from colonial rule, is poised to play a vanguard role in the new struggle for economic development for Africa's 1.2 billion people. Ghana is ready for business. Join us. Be part of this new exciting and profitable fray. May God bless the peoples of Ghana and the United Kingdom. May God bless our homelands, Ghana and the UK, and make them great and strong. I thank you for your attention.